We all have the same colour blood. We all just have maybe a different colouring on the outside. But when we bleed, we're the same.
Federal agents sent to restore order in Portland.
You forget those old N-men there. Those comical N-men. I have a dream.
I think we all Cause you're not fine, you the fucking nigga.
Fucking get him, you packy bastard.
You like to go to work for me? Yeah, ma'am. How much you gonna pay me?
You know, black people like anybody else. We just want to live. We just want to live our lives.
My father, he was from India, from Calcutta, and my mother is English, and so I suppose I am the best of both.
I grew up in West Africa, in Nigeria, and I'm mixed race.
I'm from Derby originally. I was born in Derby. My parents are from Jamaica. It depends on who I'm talking to.
More comfortable now than I was when I was younger. I found it, I struggled with it when I was younger, and I've become more comfortable with age, you could say.
Honestly, I'd have to say it varies, depending on who's asking me sort of questions. I do feel like I get a little bit more naturally defensive if I'm asked questions like by white people versus by other people of colour.
Nobody wants to be having to talk about it because of its traumatic effect. You know, black people like anybody else. We just want to live. We just want to live our lives.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I have many times, and many times at different periods of my life as well.
All black people have experienced racism, even if they tell you that they haven't. If they haven't, it's because they don't understand it. First experience that I can remember, which really stands out for me, was when I was about 8 or 9, I think. We had cousins in London, and every summer we would go to London and spend the summer holidays with them. On this occasion, I was in London with my cousins. We were in Balham. They lived in Balham. And we'd all gone to the shops. Me, my brothers and my cousins had all gone to the shops. And there was a police car that was parked outside the shops. And there were 2 police officers in the car. And one of them said, "What are you niggers looking at?"
When I was, I guess, 17, the night before my art exam, this is a really big one, I guess. I was out just on a walk one night, and out of nowhere, I was mugged, beaten, and racially abused by these 2 guys just in the shadows. And they tried to take things from me, and they called me real horrible names that made me feel genuinely just awful about myself. And I'd say that was a pretty big memory for me, but it varies of anything from that to being on the playground at school, being asked if I wish I was white. You know, the experiences of racism that one gets are so broad that it's its own spectrum in its own self.
I suppose a key one for me was just walking through Nottingham and somebody just shouting, "Oi, you packy bastard."
But then it just became more and more intense as I got older. And when I moved to the UK, and suddenly everything became a lot more harsh. The racism I was experiencing in the classroom and at school wasn't just, you know, you're a different skin color. It was now, you do not deserve to exist. The slave trade is the best thing that ever happened to me. That's what someone said to me on the bus on the way back home from school once. And I was like, how has the slave trade actually benefited you personally? And he was like, I don't care. I just hate the blacks.
You know, it's that It takes you back. It shocks you. It's like, it's uncalled for.
Absolutely shit. Like I wasn't worth anything on this earth.
I've reached the point now where I just feel sorry for them. Because I understand it so well, and I understand that they don't often understand who they are and what the impact of history and culture has been on them.
I don't know, I've always thought that I'd love to extend my love and my friendship to everybody, regardless of what their views are. But as I've got older, it's harder to reconcile that idea with reality when there are so many people that do not want me alive because of the color of my skin.
I'm past that stage where I want to educate people, because there comes a point where you just want to live. You just want to live a life in your own skin without being judged or viewed on the basis of people's perceptions of you because of your race and ethnicity.
I wouldn't change any aspect of who I am. I might try and make them understand or help them see as kindly and beneficially as I can that things are not the way that they think. But I have to admit, in times when I've been the victim of abuse or maltreatment, I have felt really angry. And I honestly never know if I'll be able to remain calm or if I'll completely lose myself if that were to happen.
Educate yourself, and then let's have the conversation, because actually, do you understand what you're saying? Is this just what you've been told? What's your belief in this? Because I think more often than not, people don't understand, which is why they're racist. It's difference. What people can't cope with is difference. And, it's you're different to me, so therefore, and I'll use inverted commas, you're wrong. And it's like, no, hang on 1 second. We all have the same color blood. We all just have maybe a different coloring on the outside. But when we bleed, we're the same.
I have a dream